This is Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, brought to you by the Iowa Soybean Association. Your daily recap of the information that affects Iowa's farmers, producers, and consumers, right here in the heart of the heartland. With reports from our award-winning broadcast team of Dustin Hoffman, Riley Smith, and Mark Magnuson. Now, from the IARN studios in Des Moines, here's Riley Smith.
Good day and welcome to Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Riley Smith. Today is Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023. We're so glad you could join us for today's show. In today's episode, I talked with Kelly White. She's a U.S. Corn Product Manager for Corteva Agriscience, and we talked about the new Kyro Herbicide that they are working on getting out to producers here in the near future. We also have a check of that ag weather outlook, but first, let's run down the markets.
It's time now for the Ag Matters PM Closing Market Summary, your source for market analysis and settlement prices from the day's trade in Chicago, courtesy of the folks at agmarket.net.
We're at the end of another trading day in the ag marketplace, and we're talking with Tyler Schau of agmarket.net for a bit of analysis today. Now, first off, Tyler, what have we seen going on in the grain markets today?
Saw a lot of green on corn and wheat. Soybeans, after their big 30-cent move higher yesterday, a little bit of a pullback today. And so as a result, you've, just kind of some money sloshing around. One of the things that a lot of people were talking about today, or the last week, you've been hearing kind of quietly that some concerns about a drought, possibly a flash drought developing in central Illinois, stretches into Indiana. I think there's starting to be a few more concerns. The weather models for the next 2 weeks staying dry in that area. And it's just got some concern that the markets are going to kind of, maybe we don't have enough weather premium priced into them.
Right. And at this point of the year, we are fully transitioning into that weather trading market. Now, we've been dealing a lot with a drought. So how much do we think that, some more drought concern on top of that will really impact the markets going forward?
I would argue there's not enough premium built into the market for that type of a story right at the moment. We've fallen a long ways over the last 2 months, and really a lot of that was predicated on this idea that we were going to get 92 million acres planted, which we might, but also a 182 bushel per acre yield on corn, which again is a record beater by about 5 bushels per acre. Now, I'm not going to argue that can't or won't happen. It's just going to require very, very timely rainfall and perfect conditions. Now, I will say with the dryness, if you're going to have a drought, I'd rather have it in April and May and early June. It's really the moisture that comes in late June and July and August that's going to make the biggest effect for both corn and beans. But, we've got the setup for a big crop. Now we just need the rain to continue. And so now the concern, remember, it's a futures market. So the market's always looking out to the future and saying, what are those weather models telling us are going to happen in the future? And right now it looks like they're going to stay dry. They're not real accurate much past a few weeks. So, it seems what's going to happen is every day we're just going to keep looking out 2 weeks. And if it continues to stay dry, I think you're going to see some price action to the upside. And if we start putting some rains in and it looks like it can bust what they're calling a flash drought, then you're going to see grains pressured.
And then looking down at South America, of course, not looking as much right now, still focusing on that weather, but Argentina still having those struggles with the crop. USDA is actually, probably not as low as it needs to be on those projections. Some analysts are even, 5 to 7 million tons below that. Do we see any strength coming from that in the future, or what's the news there?
There might be. A lot of that's been priced in, and the poor Argentina crop has been offset by the huge Brazil crop. So you've got that stuff going on, and it's just kind of, they're pushing each other, opposite directions. The USDA, I think, does need to come down on Argentina, but there's a chance they could still come up on Brazilian numbers, and they're already pegging a big Brazil crop next year and a return to normal for Argentina. So it's gonna, there's gonna be some hiccups. Really what you're gonna see is some displacement of supply, where the crop comes from, some shifting around of how the export market works. But I don't look for the Argentina crop getting smaller to be the savior on grains. I think unfortunately, we're going to have to see some weather issues here, which means some producers are going to have less product to market.
And then looking at the other side of the markets in the livestock complex, how'd they perform today?
It was a red day for pretty much everything. The only bright spot was your May feeder cattle were up. That's that's going to settle here later this week, and it's going to settle against the cash index. Cash index was up pretty strong today, and so we saw a little bit of action there. The back months in the feeder market, a little bit of some technical selling. It's people trying to figure out if maybe we aren't a little bit oversold. I'll be honest, I'm a little perplexed on the fat cattle side. The cash market seems to be hot. Hearing some upper 170, 180 bids in the north. So evidently the feedlots in the south are still liquidating fat cattle and willing to sell them at a low price, and that's keeping this June fat board contained for now.
And are we seeing that big demand surge from the grilling season yet?
That's helping out, although I would say box beef has been dropping. The box beef values and the cutouts have fallen or softened a little bit over the last few weeks. So, it's there. We do have good demand for beef. I'm not worried about fat cattle prices tanking anytime soon, but I am worried about just some technical trade and some technical sell-off by funds. Funds are very, very long cattle, long 100 and some thousand contracts, fat cattle. They're long feeder board. So, we've seen it a month ago when the funds decided to get out of corn, how rapidly that corn market dropped. We've just saw it the last week and a half with soybeans when funds decided to exit the soybean complex, how they've dropped. So, that's one thing to be mindful of. I don't think that's a concern right yet, but if you're a producer, there's a lot of ways to cheaply hedge these fat cattle that you've got in the yard right now.
Lots of great information today, Tyler. For those of our listeners and our viewers who would like to get in touch and learn more from the folks at agmarket.net, how can they do that?
Check us out on the internet, agmarket.net. If you want to call direct, number 701-987-6009.
Thanks again, Tyler, for taking the time to visit with us today, and we look forward to hearing from you again soon.
You bet. Take care.
That again was Tyler Schau of agmarket.net. We'll go ahead and take a look at how those numbers close. That's courtesy of the folks at Bar Chart. July corn is up 6.5 at 577.5. December new crop up 7 3/4 at 516 3/4. July soybeans down 18 3/4 at 1322.5. November new crop down 9 1/4 at 1187 3/4. July soybean meal down 580 at 406.40. Soybean oil down 101 at 47.76. Chicago wheat up 16 even at 622 1/4. Minneapolis spring wheat up 11 1/4 at 820 3/4. Kansas City hard red wheat up 15 3/4 at 841 1/2. July oats up 7 even at 321 1/2. On the Merc, June live cattle down 77 at 164.27. May feeders up 122 at 207.80. June lean hogs down 115 at 80.67. Pork cutout down 137 at 84.42. June Class 3 milk up 23 at 16.55. And that's been a check of the markets here on Ag Matters PM. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break to hear from our sponsor, the Iowa Soybean Association and the Soy Checkoff. When we come back, I talk with Kelly White of Corteva about Kyro Herbicide. This is Ag Matters PM.
Iowa Soybean Association is driven to deliver for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers. We're proud to provide objective agronomic research, a helping hand with soil and water stewardship, and timely industry news powered by the Soybean Checkoff. Learn more at iasoybeans.com.
Welcome back to Ag Matters PM on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Riley Smith. In the mission of continuous innovation, Corteva is bringing not one, but 2 herbicides to the market this year. Kelly White, U.S. Corn Product Manager with Corteva, said they're excited to offer both the familiar Resicor XL and the new Kyro Herbicide. Well, we're here down in Orlando, Florida for Commodity Classic, and we are talking with Kelly White. She's a U.S. Corn Product Manager for Corteva Herbicides, and we're just talking today about Kyro Herbicides as well as Resicor XL. Now, first off, just give us a little bit of an overview on these 2 products and just what the benefits are that they offer to farmers.
Yeah, thanks, Riley. We are really excited. 2023 is a huge year for Corteva in innovation. We're bringing not just 1 herbicide to the market, but 2. So the first is Resicor XL. That is going to be our premium pre and post herbicide 3 modes of action, 3 active ingredients. Really excited for that. That'll be fully ready available in 2023. The one that we actually just announced here at Commodity Classic is Kyro Herbicide. That is our post-only corn herbicide and 3 modes of action as well. It's acetochlor, clopyralid, and topramazone with a really great list of benefits for farmers moving forward.
Right, and of course, it's just to have that, with all those modes of action, we need to take a preventative approach when we get to these weeds, because the best way to keep them from being a problem is to prevent them from growing in the first place, right?
Yeah, resistance management is our key focus when we think about bringing new products to the market, overlapping residuals, and multiple effective modes of action, knowing that weed resistance is on the rise and our key target weeds continue to get more difficult to control because they're emerging all throughout the season. So wanting to have a really solid agronomic program, not just what you're spraying, but how you're spraying it.
Right, and let's talk about the flexibility with spraying that as well, with the time frame, because these products can be sprayed on up to 24-inch tall corn, provides quite the window to get that on there. And like you said, sometimes weather doesn't allow for it, just scheduling in general. There's a lot that comes with getting that crop in the ground and getting it started. So talk about how the 24-inch kind of limit on that really provides a huge benefit for farmers.
Well, farmers certainly have a lot going on in the spring and throughout the summer. So that flexibility was huge for us, bringing a product that can be sprayed pre with Resicor XL as well as post, and then post up until 24-inch tall corn with Kyro just provides that opportunity to fit every operation. Understanding that there's a lot of things going on, different crops that they're planting, different times, and as you said, weather can certainly extend when we can get back into the fields to spray that post application. So that 24-inch tall corn application window and that flexibility is really important.
Right, and what kind of spurred this kind of decision to pursue that ability in the herbicide? Was this more of a customer feedback side of things, or was this something that you guys just noticed and wanted to address?
I think a little bit of both. Understanding flexibility is always important, but with Resicor XL specifically, we did have customer feedback. Resicor originally was up to 11-inch tall corn, so what we did with Resicor XL was we encapsulated the acetochlor to give that crop safety to be able to go up to that 24-inch tall corn. So feedback is always important, and we are always trying to innovate and bring solutions that farmers truly need to the future.
And of course, you've touched on this a little bit already, but how do both Resicor XL and this Kyro herbicide kind of fit into that suite of options that Corteva offers for farmers to use really year-round?
Well, we understand that not every farmer is the same, and we don't want to bring just one solution to the market. So Resicor XL and Kyro provide an opportunity for us to fit every single grower. Resicor XL obviously being pre and post, and Kyro can really build on other programs that farmers are using today, being post. So they can utilize the pre that they're currently using and build on that with an innovation. Again, with the different modes of action, we really want to make sure that we're being good stewards of the chemistries that we have available. So having different modes of action to target different weed species as well, to make sure that we're just really being good stewards of these active ingredients that we have out today.
Right, exactly, and just offering that comprehensive solution for farmers. Kelly, is there anything else about both Resicor XL and Kyro herbicide that our viewers and listeners should know about today?
I think Resicor XL will be widely available in 2023. Kyro's an initial launch, as we just got registration this past fall, so it'll be slightly available in 2024, university trials, internal Corteva trials, and then some small-scale volume available, but that Kyro herbicide will be fully available in 2024.
All right, and if our listeners are interested in learning more information, where do they go to find that, and who should they talk to?
They should go to Corteva.com for any label information, or if they are interested in purchasing the product, go to their local retailer.
All right, thanks for taking the time to visit with us today, Kelly. Lots of exciting announcements here at the Commodity Classic Show, and good luck with the rest of the show.
Thank you so much.
That again was Kelly White, a U.S. Corn Product Manager with Corteva. As for right now, let's go ahead and take a look at that ag weather outlook. Well, there's not much to say about the weather right now, and that's a good thing because it's going to be beautiful for pretty much the rest of the week. Today we have a very narrow temperature range, highs ranging in the low to mid 80s, and then tonight mostly clear, beautiful weather again, and tomorrow more sunny skies, so enjoy it while you can because we know how quickly that Iowa weather can change. So let's see what the National Weather Service has in store for the next 24 hours. As you can see from the National Weather Service, this nice spring weather will continue for the next few days. We have mostly sunny skies today and beautiful temperatures with those highs ranging from the low to mid 80s. Tonight we have mostly clear to partly cloudy skies, lows overnight ranging from the mid 50s to upper 50s. And tomorrow we have sunny skies once again, those highs ranging from the upper 70s to mid 80s. Taking a look at the affiliate weather map for tomorrow, Cherokee will be sunny with a high of 83, Shenandoah sunny and 85, Des Moines mostly sunny and 85, Waterloo mostly sunny and 82, Albia sunny and 84, and Clinton will also see sunny skies with a high of 79. For more detailed forecasts in your part of the state, make sure to check in with your local Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network affiliate. That's been a check of the Ag Weather Outlook, and that also brings us to the end of this episode of Ag Matters PM. You can find all of our content on our website at iowaagnet.com. You can also follow us on social media at Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and LinkedIn. And you can find all of our video content as well as previous episodes of AMPM on our YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to see when those videos go live. Don't forget as well our free twice daily market podcasts on Apple, Amazon, Google, Spotify, and Podbean. From the IARN studios in Des Moines, I'm Riley Smith. On behalf of Mark Magnuson and Dustin Huffman, we thank you for watching. This has been Ag Matters PM.